Back in the 1930s and 40s, a lot of people used to flock around Sri Ramana Maharshi in Ramanashramam in the southern part of India in Tamil Nadu and ask him a variety of questions. They used to ask him questions mostly relating to the transactions of the world, like how do we alleviate our suffering? What is there before our birth? Where do we go after birth? Is there a God? How do we alleviate our suffering? Is there a mind, or how to calm the mind? How to ease the burden of living? Everything related to samsara. A variety of questions from a variety of people, from foreigners, from locals, from other parts of India, and so on. But Sri Ramana had only one answer to any number of questions that were asked to him, or thrown at him. His answer was only one thing: always look at or ask the question, who is asking all these questions? No matter what question you ask a question about God, he would say, find out who is asking that question. You ask a question about Punarjanma or afterlife, his answer would be, who is asking that question? So his answer is always one thing. Now, a very few people understood what he was saying and inquired into the nature of it, and then they were able to grasp what he was saying. But a majority of people did not understand what he was trying to say. How do I know, or how do we know that most people didn't understand? Because a lot of people continue to ask the same question in different ways, trying to get a different answer from him. But interestingly, his answer was only one thing, that is to inquire into who is that witnessing consciousness, who is asking that question, who is that self within us that is actually behind the one who is asking the question. So all these questions were thrown at him. His answer was only one thing, no matter how hard you press or how differently you ask. So what is he trying to do there? So what Sri Ramana was doing is, he's looking at the world from a different vision, from a darshana, from a different vision, whereas most of the people who are asking these questions are looking at the world from a transactional point of view. So you see, you have a point of view, right? You look at the world from a point of view, from a certain, what we call darshana, from a vision. Sri Ramana is looking at what we call the vision from, or a Vedantic vision, or a Advaitic vision, where he is actually seeing the world from a cause standpoint, not the effect standpoint. When we look at the world, we look at world from many different angles, from our families, professional life, financial life, economic life, and so on. What he's doing is, he is abiding in a state that has projected this entire world, that has resulted in this entire world. So when you are in that state, your vision is different. So his vision of this world is different from the vision of the people who are asking it. Unless these two visions align, you don't understand what he's saying. What he's saying is, whatever you see in this world, whatever you see is a projection. And now you go back to the one who is projecting it, and there you will get the answers of all your questions. In fact, no matter how many times you solve your problems in this transactional world, new problems keep coming up. New problems keep giving, old problems give birth to new problems. Solutions to old problems give birth to new issues or new problems to be faced. So there is no end to it. What Sri Ramana is saying is, don't for a moment go back to the cause or the root cause of what has projected, or what is the root of all this transactional world or the samsara. There you will actually get the answer. So in the book Who Am I, or Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi, most of the questions have a common theme. That is, questions come from the issues relating to the transactional or the phenomenal world, whereas his answer is always one thing. I mean, it's a 700-page book. There's always one answer and hundreds of or thousands of questions. So if we can grasp that, then we'll realize that each of us actually live at two levels. One is this level of transactional world, and then there is another dimension which is actually actually causing this effect or the transactional world. Unless we realize the cause and effect, we don't understand the root of our problems. The root of all our problems lie in taking this world for real and trying to solve the problems within this world, not understanding what caused it. What caused it can only be understood if we go to the witnessing consciousness state. So that is the most important part.